feel like if you're not fulfilled at the hospital, then you should try something else. Like I wasn't fulfilled at all. Like I dreaded going to the hospital.
Ooh, and I hear that from nurses, like them 12-hour shifts, traveling, like,
and the money good.
Yeah,
the money good.
Facts.
But I wasn't fulfilled.
Yeah.
But I liked helping people.
Yeah.
So I was like, what can I do?
Yeah.
To do my nursing, help people, and just make sure everybody well.
Right.
If that makes sense.
Good idea. Now we buying merch.
That's ghetto.
Payment miss.
Ooh, the ghetto.
Say she quit.
Ooh, the ghetto.
Late on your rent.
Rent is ghetto.
New event.
Ooh, the ghetto.
Invoice in.
That ain't ghetto.
Money spent.
Oh, that's ghetto. Hold on. This kind of ghetto being a CEO.
Welcome back to another episode of the Ghetto CEO podcast, and we are doing a hot take here at the Spa Expo 2023. Okay, I am super excited to have my girl Stormie on the couch. Are you ready?
Yes, I am. Thank you for having me.
Listen, let them know who you are.
My name is Stormie Anderson. I'm from Detroit, Michigan.
Come on, D-Town.
Come on now. And I have the #1 med spa in Metro Detroit.
Come on.
Yes.
Okay, so how did you open this spa? Like, where did this come from?
So it came from complications with my own surgery that I wanted to help women do non-invasive things so they didn't have to do cosmetic surgery.
Okay, so what happened with your surgery?
So I went to a local place in Michigan and my aftercare was horrible. My aftercare was horrible. I'm a nurse, right?
Yeah.
So I thought I knew everything. I did my research. I did all that. I still wound up having complications. I was like on bed rest for like 3 months. So I was like, I want to do something to help women, do non-invasive things so they don't have to have cosmetic surgery.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not opposed to it. But if women want to do something different, I wanted to help them, come up with something different.
I love that. And sometimes, the lesson that we get is a blessing that we need.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Because if you would have never went through that, then
you didn't. Yeah.
So women had the top med spot in the D. Okay. Period. Listen, so I know this journey has been a little ghetto, right?
Yes.
Like going from a nurse, and I think that as a nurse, you know exactly what you're supposed to do, right? Like it's like I read the books, I get this, I stick to people, I care for them, you know what I'm saying? But like building a business is just different.
It's totally different.
What has been the ghettoest part about the journey?
The branding.
Yes.
The marketing.
Yes.
I ain't know nothing about branding and marketing. What is that?
Right.
What is a brand? What is marketing? I thought I could go on social media, do a couple posts, and my clients was just going to come in the door.
Yeah. So how did you get them in the door?
My mentor. Just having like mentorship and telling me do this instead of this.
Yeah.
The Spa Boss Tribe, of course, just getting different things from different women that do the same thing, if that makes sense, and seeing how they was doing it. And I kind of had to change my mindset.
Have you been completely isolating yourself in business? Like you don't have people that you could do this business with. Well, you need coworkers, and that is why we created the Entrepreneurs Coworkers Community. This allows you to be able to develop relationships with other people in your community. So in the Entrepreneurship Coworkers Community, we have a complete Slack channel where you get to talk to other CEOs just like you. We give you a quiz to find out who you are and what type of CEO you are. And in this quiz, you get to meet other CEOs that may be more creative or traditional or hybrid. We have these CEOs there for you. But even taking it up a notch, we have local chapters in your city, from Atlanta to Dallas to New York to Houston to Chicago, chapters in your city where we're actually linking up every single month to work together, linking up to go to brunch together, having fun together, doing community service outreach. Like this is a section of our life where we can really co-work and mingle with other people. It's time for you to get some coworkers, sis. And this community is completely free. Just because you're watching this podcast, all you have to do is stop, pause the podcast, click the link below, take the assessment, get in the community, and I'll see you there. Bye, coworker. Back to the episode. I love that. So one thing that you said is community. Like the people around you is going to move you to the next level.
Yes.
And a lot of times as an entrepreneur, you try to isolate yourself.
Yes.
And you need people around you. You hear those entrepreneurs that are like, I don't know, people be acting like, no, you need people around you to move you to the next level. So what's the time that you can remember that your community really came through for you?
So I do a lot of community service in Detroit, but the city council, the Detroit City Council, I want to be specific, they has like showed so much love as far as like me being a wellness nurse. They'll call me for all type of special events. So I'm super excited. And my spa not even in Southfield, but I give back to a lot of where my spa is in Southfield, not Detroit.
Yeah.
But I give back to a lot of Detroit children, women, and everything. So I love that about Detroit. I'm repping Detroit to the end. I'm repping Detroit to the end.
I love it. And so even as you've been growing your business, how have you started to grow your team and just expand more? Because eventually you only one person.
Yes. So I definitely have started building my brand, building my team. I have hired a couple new nurses because I eventually want to be hands off. Like entrepreneurship for me is just owning the business and not so much as doing services.
Yeah.
But I also want to teach women who want to get out of bedside to open a business.
Yeah.
So that looks like doing courses, doing shadowing, doing mentorship.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm thinking about doing, like, for 2024 for sure.
So do you feel like, this is a little controversial, do you feel like more nurses should leave the hospitals and do more for themselves? Like, how do you feel about it?
I feel like if you're not fulfilled at the hospital, then you should try something else. Like, I wasn't fulfilled at all. Like, I dreaded going to the hospital.
Ooh, and I hear that from nurses, like them 12-hour shifts, traveling, like.
And the money good.
Yeah,
the money good.
Facts.
But I wasn't fulfilled.
Yeah.
But I liked helping people.
Yeah.
So I was like, what can I do to do my nursing, help people, and just make sure everybody well, if that makes sense.
So what were some of the things that you started to dive into? Because you may didn't know exactly what you wanted to do, but what could nurses go into as they leave the bedside?
Post-op. So because I had complications with my own post-op, that's all I started doing was post-op.
Got you.
Being a private nurse for people who had cosmetic surgery, traveling with people who's going to have cosmetic surgery and they wanted a nurse. So that became my business just primarily. Then I eventually ventured off into aesthetics, Botox fillers, IV hydration, and I ventured into the wellness part of it as well.
I love that. I love that. And I think that shows them, like, you got options out here. You know, and when you're in the hospital, a lot of times they try to stick you in this box.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? But like when you come onto this side, you can do whatever you need to do.
Yes.
And I also love that you don't have to be the CEO.
Right.
Go work for somebody like Stormie.
Yes.
Right? Like you could get the flexibility.
And y'all can train you I'm doing on the job training. And it's just something you will have.
Yes.
Yes.
So how did you know that, at what point did you know that you were not fulfilled at the hospital? Like, what did it feel
during
like?
the pandemic. The pandemic, it was rough.
Really?
It was bad.
Really?
It was bad. And I was like, I gotta go.
What was happening? Like, what made it feel bad?
I just think, like, we see death all the time in the hospital, but I think seeing the multiple deaths at one time, it was mental for me. I was like, I can't do this. This is crazy. And then me being scared to take COVID home to my family because people was dying of COVID, right?
Yeah.
It was like, I had to send my daughter away because I didn't want her to contract COVID.
Yeah.
So I was like, nah, this ain't.
It got
This
to be
ain't
something else.
something.
Yeah,
this ain't it.
Yes, and I love that, and I think that just having those eye-opening moments, both your surgery and then COVID, has led you to this $1 million business today. Okay, period. So next year we doing the trainings, we doing the mentorship.
Yes.
What else can we expect from you?
We're also opening a drug testing center.
Come on.
So I'm super excited about that. We're going to be doing drug testing for DOT and non-DOT.
I love it.
So just expanding the health and wellness part of it.
Yes.
So I don't have to go back to the bedside.
Period. We not going back.
We
can't take me yet.
Right.
I love it. So what would you tell a nurse that's watching this today that say, man, Stormie got it. She got it together. I need to, you know what I'm saying? I need to connect with her. What would you tell her?
Call me. Call me. Text me. DM me. Listen, I offer shadowing. I offer mentorship.
Yes.
I offer so much stuff. Even a phone call. Like, a phone call goes a long way. Like, if I had somebody when I started my business, a phone call.
Yeah, just to let me know.
Just let me know, like, what to do, what not to do. Because I lost a lot of money just in the beginning, not knowing. But I knew I wanted to do this.
Yes.
So just a phone call. Call me.
I love it. I love it. Well, y'all better hit my girl up, okay, and get these questions answered. This is another episode, another hot take of the Ghetto CEO podcast here at the Spa Expo 2023. We'll see y'all later. Bye, y'all.
Invoice in.